What's up guys? This is your plant teacher Greta, Gretchen Fullido. Today I'm going to be introducing to you propagating by air layering and cutting your plant that was air layered. First of all, let's define what air layering is. With air layering, we wrap our petiole and the nodes with moss and wrap it with plastic. And we keep it there. We wrap it with plastic or a cling wrap so that moisture will be locked inside. And eventually, because of the moss that acts like a medium or like our soil mix, roots will grow from there. So this is how it looks like when it's wrapped in plastic. And this is how it looks like when the roots have already been established. I'm going to unwrap this to show you the roots that grew. Just to give you a closer perspective on what air layering is like. So this is already unwrapped. I just took out the plastic a few minutes ago and we are going to unwrap this. As you can see, the roots have really grown. And just like this. This is with the help of the moss and the moisture. And now let's take a sneak peek on what this is like. Time to open it. So I gently cut the plastic cling wrap. I think my scissors is a little dull. Okay, there you go. Gizmo. So be careful because you don't want to damage the roots that already grew. Okay, here we go. A little more there. Ta-da! Ooh la la. Okay, so we can take it all out now and give you a closer view of the roots that grew. Wow! Would you look at that? So the amazing thing about air layering is that you know that when you cut your plant here, roots have already been established. And when you plant it, the chances of it surviving and thriving is higher than when you cut it without roots. So as you can see, we've got really, really healthy looking roots here. They look very strong. So now it's time to cut our albo. If you're asking, where do I cut? Then let's answer that. Sorry about my dogs. They're just so curious about the plants. Okay, so I remove this quick tie. There, look at all those healthy roots. I will cut it here in this part. And for this leaf, I would take this root and cut it here. There. So this root system will cater to these two leaves, while this leaf will get this root system. One last look before we cut. So excited for this. Here we go. So we cut it somewhere here to give some space just in case there's some rot that occurs eventually. There's space up here and space down here. Okay, 1, 2. By the way, sterilize your scissors before doing anything. So now I have a new Monstera cutting. So this is what you call the top cut, since this is the one on top, and eventually there will be baby leaves that will be growing from here. Our top cut. Next, we're going to cut this one, this leaf for this root system. I'm going to cut here. Again, just to give some space, just in case some rotting happens or you don't know And for it to callus properly and dry up, we'll do it here. Don't damage the roots. 1, 2. Make sure your scissors are sterilized and sharp. So this is our second cutting. That will eventually be another plant. So this is in the midsection, so it's a mid-cut. As for what's remaining, I'm just gonna leave this here and let this plant grow again and throw in more leaves. So this is my mother plant. I won't touch it anymore. So this is what I'm going to plant. This one with this beautiful root system, and the other one with 2 leaves with this root system. Next is we're going to get ready to plant our cuttings that were air layered. I prepared my soil mix composed of a medium that's very well draining. I put a lot of perlite too. My plants are all indoors, so I need well draining soil. I also prepared my pots. I chose clear pots with lots of holes in it so that when I water my plants, water just goes through the holes and this can avoid root rot. Simba! Okay, so these are our clear plastic pots. So, are you ready to plant? I got my elbow cuttings with the roots that were air layered. It gives you just more confidence when it's air layered because you see the roots there already compared to cutting it and then there are no roots, it's just a node. What if it doesn't take? What if it rots? So at least this time around, you know that you've got some roots to work with. You may be asking, should I remove the moss that's wrapped around the roots? Well, it really depends on you, but I would be very, very gentle with that because I don't want to damage the root ball or where the roots are attached. I mean, it's there, it's happy there, so why would I disturb it, right? But you can, but just be very gentle. Just a little sample on how to do it. See, this is like really tough to do, and I don't want to potentially damage the roots that are already attached to the moss. So in this case, I will not touch it. But if they're more loose, if the moss is a little more loose than this, I could. But in this aspect, I can't. Maybe I can just remove 1 or 2. That's about it. So we'll stick with this. Here we go. So we're going to fill our pot that has a lot of holes with our medium that's very well draining. I put a lot of cocoa cubes there, some cocoa peat, perlite, vermicast. It really depends on your preferred soil mix, but in my case, I like this mix and some pumice because my plants are indoors and they hold up more moisture rather than when they're outdoors. So it means they dry up longer compared to if it's, let's say, in a garden or in a balcony. So this is gonna hold up pretty well. I don't need to put a stick, but if it's not going to stand like this, I mean the elbow, you can actually put a barbecue stick, a chopstick, or whatever kind of stick you want to hold it up. There you go. I don't really like putting a lot of medium, like overpacking it, because I don't want to hold too much moisture. I mean, it's okay on its own. You can also use a smaller pot if you prefer. But this is fine for me, and I like it that it's see-through so that I see the roots grow from this clear pot. So this is our plant number 1. Next, Because the roots of this is a lot thicker than the first one, I think I'm just gonna do this. Yeah. Okay, I'll put a little more. Soil mix. There you go. Just gonna make it fit like this. And carry on adding more medium. Okay, I think this is great. It has a mind of its own. There. There you go. So, we've got 2 plants now. Ta-da! There you have it. You've got 2 cuttings made into 2 plants by air layering propagation. So if you have any questions regarding this video, or you have any comments or suggestions, or you want to teach me some of your tricks also, and advice, just leave a comment below. And please do like this video and subscribe and share it to your friends. And I hope this helps you in terms of propagation. I also posted another video that is about water propagation, so you can find it in the list of videos that I posted here on It's a Greta Life. And turn on your notifications also, so that you know when I posted a new video here on my channel. So again, here you go, our Monstera Albo cuttings turned to plants by air layering. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care always. It's a Greta Life.